keep you too long anyway, considering this is the last day of this incredible, phenomenal looking tour. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, very, very good. And especially because we're in the UK right now, and that it's a country we didn't like play that much. And the last time we played in London, it was with While She Sleeps, 3 years ago.
It was.
And we played so early. It was just a few people in front of us, and we had some technical problems and stuff, and we were like, yo, this is the biggest show of the tour. That was the biggest show of the tour, the wrong house. So there was like, and we were kind of disappointed of our performance. So tonight, I'll take my revenge on London. So I'm extremely happy to be here, and that the tour was a fucking mind-blowing experience. That was really cool.
I spoke to Resolve a little short while ago, talking about the experience of the tour and stuff like that, and the images they pop in social media, and just how it looks like every city you've been to, every venue, every fan has been in love with everything that's been going on. Have you felt that?
Yeah. It was, I don't know, I think there's many explanation of that, but one of them is the end of the COVID. So people were so happy to go get back at a metal show.
Yeah.
And since the last album did pretty well, they were like, yo, this is the perfect show to have fun. Let's go to a Landmvrks show. I guess if I have to explain this, I mean, I don't know really, but I guess that's the reasons. And I don't know, it's just every time it was just a lot of fun. Everyone was, I saw some people smiling, crying, jumping around. I saw everything. I don't know.
It's spectacular to hear, because you said it already, COVID, the last few years have been, it's almost indescribable, regardless of what country you've been in, particularly for the music industry grinding to a halt.
Yeah.
How did you guys cope? How have you guys got through this period?
To be honest, it's not. I mean, I don't. How do you say that? It was. We were kind of lucky that we had to write an album during this period of time, COVID or not. But, and I'm not saying that in a good way. I mean, I'm not happy that COVID exists, but COVID exists, and it allowed us to write a good album. Because if they weren't COVID, we probably will be on tour the whole 2019, 20 and 21, and we were wondering how are we gonna write this record. You know what I mean? So suddenly COVID, it's shitty, but we were like, hey, this is a perfect time, let's write this record right now. So we focused on the record, we focused on doing the most we can, like we did how do you say that, the live stream with Resolve. So it was a whole organization. It took us like 2 months or something. So we spent our time doing music basically, and it wasn't a good time, but it was like a very anxious moment and stuff. But we managed to do even more music than usual, so I guess it saved us from this shitty period.
You said it yourself, it wasn't a good time, but to take any positive out of a universally negative period is always great to hear.
Yeah.
You are not alone in the sense that almost every band we've spoken to over the past 2 years, be it, well, not in person, via Zoom and stuff like that, has kind of said the same thing in regards to making music. That allowed them more time to perfect.
Yeah.
Was that the case for you guys?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that the album weren't the same if we were doing it, I mean, if we wrote that on tour or whatever. I think the whole, like, for example, we wrote so like you said, we wrote remotely. We have a recording studio in Marseille, and we kind of were allowed to go to that studio even during the lockdown and stuff. Not all the time, because some lockdown were more locked than others. But we were allowed to do that. But most of the songs were recorded in our bedrooms, in my bedrooms or Nico's bedrooms or whatever. So there is a song, for example, in the album called Paralyzed. And when it came out, everyone everyone were like, "Yo, this is the perfect COVID song," you know what I mean? And when I wrote that song, it was not the topic for me. The COVID was not the topic. It was just, I was just inspired, and I wrote those lyrics like I did all the time. To be honest, it's not. I don't have really how do you say that, a specific topic in mind to talk about. I'm all about sensation, feelings, and words that inspired me, and then boom, it makes a whole song. Then so I wrote that song, and then everyone told me like, yeah, thank you, because it's a great I don't know the words, but it's a great
analogy.
Yeah, to the COVID, exactly.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's true, but I wasn't. It wasn't on purpose, but it obviously it is.
It's coincidental more than anything else. We've again spoken to so many bands who have either created music or released something after this period. There's always an expectation that you were inspired by the COVID period because it's been so long.
Yeah.
Do you think Landmvrks have come out of this period stronger now than you were before?
Yeah, a lot stronger. The only thing that we have to relearn, if that makes sense, is to be on the road.
Yeah.
It was tough at the beginning, and still right now. We did like this whole tour is like basically a 2 months tour, and it's the biggest one we ever did. And right now we're like, hold on. We need like 1 or 2 weeks break because it was like 2 years and a half, nothing, and then 2 whole months, and it's like it's a lot. But except that, I mean, 5 days after the beginning of the tour, we're like, all right, we're into it, and it's like it was some automatism. No, is that a word? I don't know, but it went fast to be in the same state of mind that we were 2 years ago. So that was okay. But except of that, yeah, we're a lot stronger. In the music's perspective, we can. I mean, we're making a living of our music right now. It wasn't the case before. So yeah, there's a good aspect of this COVID storm for us.
It's a cloud that's hanging over us regardless, even at this stage. You know, you go out and tour, hopefully nobody gets sick, nobody catches it, nothing gets delayed, venues shut down. So you've made it this far, you're at the last date. Let's just celebrate that moment more than anything else.
Yeah.
Talking of which, what does London, you reckon, have to do tonight to top Manchester and Birmingham?
I mean, the venue is bigger than Manchester and Birmingham, and it's almost sold out. So I expect people to be as crazy as before. Manchester, who was it? Yesterday was Manchester, right? Manchester. It was a very, very cool place, but the thing that is crazy, I expected that, and I got it. It was that I expected people to sing louder than all the other country because this is their native language, right? Yeah. So I expected to sing very loud and to nose the lyrics, basically more the lyrics than the other country. I mean, in France, for example, we don't speak English that well. So even though there's 600 people or more in the venue, sometimes it's hard to make them sing your lyrics. So what I wanted is like all the people singing the choruses and stuff, and it was the case. I mean, yesterday was sick. We were looking. I mean, when you're on stage, you don't really realize it. I mean, you can hear it, but you got the sound stage. We got in-ear monitors and stuff.
Yeah.
But when we see the videos of a photographer and stuff, we're like, that's so loud. So I expect people to sing louder tonight.
See, do you never really get that moment then on stage? On this tour, I've had this moment where you get to stop and almost take a breath and think, okay, this is big.
Yeah. Every night, basically. Every night, I'm like, this is unreal to me. and even now, because we didn't take a break from this tour, it looks like it never happened again for now. You know that feeling?
Yes.
Hopefully not. We'll see. But it's kind of how do you say that? It's kind of student? No, no, that's not the word. But it's we. I mean, in 2019, we were opening and stuff, and now we are lining and everyone's singing your stuff. So, in my mind, I try to find some how do you say that, excuses to that, or not excuses, but you know what I mean. Like I try to find some reason to that, and I'm like, I don't know if it's because of my band or if it's because of COVID or if it's because, I don't know, we'll see later. But I mean, COVID don't learn the lyrics to people, so
No.
I guess.
You mentioned a couple of times that I have to mention the 2019 show you mentioned, the While She Sleeps Roundhouse show.
Yeah.
That was my first experience of Landmvrks.
Oh.
And the fact that you kind of have a negative view on that, I thought it was spectacular. So the fact that now you're coming back around to do this, and you want to, well, now I'm just wondering what's tonight going to be like? Because if that, as you said, wasn't so good for you, what on earth's tonight going to be like?
I mean, just tell me after the show.
Yeah, I'll let you know after the show.
Let me know.
Last one, then I'll let you go and
Of course.
carry on. It's more just what happens next, and it's more the fact, not so much give me a list of things you're planning to do, but rather taking a break, taking a breather. Are you going to try and do that after this incredibly fun tour?
Yeah. We're lucky that summer in Marseille, so our hometown is very sunny and and funny. So we don't have that much of a break. We got plenty of shows, and since we live so far away from those shows in Germany and festivals and stuff, every time is like 2 days to go there and 2 days to go back to Marseille and 1 day to play the show and stuff. So not that much of a break. Yeah. But in between those shows, we'll probably go to the sea and chill out with the boys. That's it. That's enough. Just grab some sun and chill at the sea.
I'm not surprised. Truth be told, I knew the answer already. You're an artist. I don't think I speak to any artist during a tour or an album cycle that isn't already thinking of the next day and what happens next and what comes next. It just comes with the territory. Of course, it's festival season as well.
Yeah. But right now, I'm in the mindset right now of enjoying this cycle.
Yeah.
More than the other ones. Like this cycle is pretty great for us. We did a deluxe edition of the album, so we did more than we should, basically. And I try to how do you say that? I try to not to stop, but to take a break a little bit from writing music, because I'm afraid of not being that much inspired right now.
Right, yeah,
you know what I mean?
Of course.
Because I wrote so many songs between this album and the deluxe edition and stuff. We did so many works, so I want to experience this album and wait a little bit to propose something new and fresh for the next album, because this is what we always want to do, bring something unexpected to the table. And I think that if I write a song like today, it's not gonna be the case. So I'll wait till the end of this year, and we'll see what's next for the the musical aspect.
I think regardless, the future is very bright for Landmvrks. Come a long way. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com, as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/gbhbl, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?